You know when you feel you're gonna have a bad day? Well, today hasn't started very well at all. I'm back in the western area of the Lake District. I'm in Wasdale. So let me just explain. I decided to go light on this day as I had the intention of hiking the 18-kilometre Mosedale Horseshoe. I had taken my day pack with plenty of food and water. The issue was, however, that the water bladder had sprung a leak and drenched the bottom of my bag. Thankfully, the camera was packed in a holster and not in the bag. Phew! It was a case of allowing the bag to dry out during the warmth of the day. I decided on a shorter hike, which was made easier because I'd also decided to not bring the Gitzo tripod. So I've made it to Beck Head, which is the core which just lies between Great Gable to my east and Kirk Fell to my west. It's about 1 kilometre to the summit, what's this summit? The cairn of Kirk Fell. I've just got to climb a rocky, craggy outcrop called Rib End. I tell you what, it's a good job I was checking my maps, because when you last saw me, I was heading east towards Styhead, and I should have headed north up towards where I am now. Good job I check my map every now and then. The weather, I tell you what, and I've said it before, you've got to be quick with this hill mist because it disappears. I was ascending up towards Beck Head, and to my right hand side, looking above, was the wonderful Nape's Needle, which is quite a famous rocky outcrop just south of Great Gable. And I got out the camera, took a shot with the nice mist shrouded amongst it, made a nice decent image, just ensured, simple enough, just ensured the sloping triangles were either side of the frame. But I tell you what, and I'm no lie, within about 5 minutes that cloud had gone, vanished, and just wouldn't have been the same image, so it's a good job. That's the advantage obviously of handheld. I'll be honest, however, I'm missing the tripod. I like to fine-tune my compositions, and I feel personally I do that better with a tripod. It's like an easel, you know, an artist approaching a picture with his easel, takes his time, focuses, etc. So yeah, I am missing the old tripod, but it is just a one-off, remember, as this, all being well, because as I said before at the start, I was due to do an 18-kilometre hike. I wanted to reduce weight as much as possible. There is still some hill fog mist just hanging around Ling Mel behind me, so I have grabbed a shot handheld, and I've used the mini tripod, decent little tripod actually. I've put the camera on the tripod, I've composed, got a shot manually of the hills behind me, Ilgill Head and beyond, some nice sloping shapes, and still a bit of mist hanging around as well. It's not too harsh as the light, because there's a veil of cloud just in front of the sun. It's just taming it. So it's not that bad at all. Right, there is a tarn beyond. I'll have a quick look at that. If not, I'm going to head up to Kirk Fell. I enjoyed a short stop off at Beckhead Tarn before I headed up towards Kirk Fell and took in the wonderful scenery around. Next up was Pillar, which at 892 metres was one of England's highest. I made it to Pillar and sat myself down looking west towards the beautiful Ennerdale. I spotted my intended final Wainwright, Greg, just to the left of the lake, hoping to be there before the end of 2020. Headed back down Pillar and joined Black Sail Pass to where you picked me up here. The light is fading fast. The last of it is illuminating the far fells beyond, including Ilgill Head and part of the Scaffold Range, and it's throwing the foreground in shadow because the sun has dipped below Red Pike and Newborough. However, I'm using a meandering stream, and that in itself is creating a contrast because the water's reflecting off it. And there's also a wall, it's all about diagonal, there's also a wall in the mid-ground that's throwing you back into the illuminated fell beyond. Handheld, I've actually discovered a manual focus. There's a focus aid. I know that meant manual focus. There's a focus aid, which is really quite handy. Basically what I'm doing is I choose where I want to focus using the old joystick, like the old joystick. Reminds me of the old 5D3. So I choose the focal point and basically I adjust the front lens ring until the three triangles slowly merge together. Once they merge together, it illuminates green, and then that means that part of the scene is in focus. It's very good. Let's have a look. 40th of a second. Let's just zoom in a little bit. 40th of a second. F11. Checking the Instagram. Looks good to me. Right, okay, so that is going to be it. It's been a tough day in terms of photography. And a fine hiking day though. Got another fells bagged, 2 large fells as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to be next time, but I'm really looking forward to taking this out and having a bit more fun. Each time I go out, I'm going to discover new things. I've customised the favourites. I'm going to separate them between stills and video as well. Right, okay. Without further ado, I'm going to go and leave you. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, keep smiling. Bye bye for now.